Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Maiming by A.K. Koonce, narrated by Kelsey Navarro. 1. Peaceful Perfection. And now my life is a fairy tale. That's a lie. If my life were a fairy tale, my Prince Charming wouldn't be eye-fucking my other Prince Charming right now. A knowing smile pulls at my lips as Chaos watches Rhyme pull off his shirt. The ice dragon is avoiding the stares of his adoring fans on the shoreline. Chaos and I are all but holding up 10 out of 10 signs while Rhyme discards his jeans to reveal the sharp dimples on his lower back. Slowly, he descends into the clear lake water. Deep orange and red leaves dot the ground around the shore while ripples of white waves bloom out around him. When he's waist-deep, he dives under. It's peaceful here, in the village of shifters. The place where Chaos and Cain grew up is like nothing I've ever seen before. They live off the land more hunting and less trips into the heart of the kingdom. It's quiet. It's nice. Warm breath meets the lower part of my neck just before Chaos's soft lips and rough beard brush there. Your turn, Lo. That water is fucking freezing. This is a you and Rhyme thing, not a me thing. I'm just here to watch the show. I'm your biggest supporter. On the sidelines. I turn to him, waiting for him to do his own striptease. The way his broad shoulders fill out the white shirt holds my attention for a moment. Every part of Chaos is pure, beautiful strength. His gaze sweeps over my face as his big palm pushes against my navel in a claiming way. You're my biggest supporter? There's this awestruck look in his honey and sapphire eyes. You'd think I just said the most romantic thing in the history of romance. Warmth flares up in my chest, and I realize my life really is a fucking fairy tale. I have no idea how that happened to me. His chest is hard against my arm as he leans just a fraction of an inch closer. A small breath catches in my lungs as I mirror his movement until our lips touch with so much teasing lightness that an ache spreads all through my core. Let's go, fuckface. My tutor will be here in an hour and I can't waste all my free time watching you screw her brains out. Again. Aloex slaps the back of Chaos's head, making me pull myself fully away from Chaos's intoxicating warmth. Watch your mouth. Chaos chides for the 100th time this morning. Morning, Aloex. I cock a brow at Chaos's little brother. The messy dark hair, the way it curls up at the ends, the solid build of their bodies. They're too much alike. Even with over a decade separating them, they're too much alike. A smile like total kindness pulls at the corner of Aloex's mouth. It's such a familiar look that I pin Chaos with a glare, like it's his fault completely that his youngest brother is a walking replica of him. A small herd of dragon shifters run down the grassy shore and dive right into the cold morning water. One right after the other, they take the leap. 10 strong, assured men jump into the waves, while I sit watching the males like a nature exhibit. I still don't know how Chaos's mother survives raising 11 shifters. Their combined arrogance alone makes me sick some days. Come on, fuckface. Aloex whines to his brother as he walks backward slowly. Watch your fucking mouth. Chaos stares at the young dragon shifter before turning his attention to me. His mouth brushes against mine. Once, twice, 3 times. And then I'm thrumming for more. Will it ever feel like enough? Will I feel this tingling need for the rest of our lives? Goddess, I hope so. I'll be right back. His fingers thread through the back of my hair as his mouth presses fully to mine, his tongue flicking just lightly. He pulls back, but doesn't allow any space between us. I'll be here. I support you. A disgustingly adorable smile tugs at my mouth. I support you too, he says. A whisper of the bond that we share is faint and repressed within my mind. A single word slips through his thoughts and into mine. And then all the words inside my head vanish. All logical thought disappears as he smiles a teasing smile at me. The echo of his dangerous words slam through my mind as he walks toward the shore. The chant is so loud I don't even appreciate his body as he slinks into the water. I can't hear the laughter and the happiness that's all around me in this perfect perfection that is my life. I know what he said. I heard the words that came out of his mouth. But the bond that links didn't say, "I support you." It said love. It said love loud and clear within his thoughts. Fuck. 2. Lovek. How do I say it? Kane's arms flex as he hoists a stack of lumber onto his shoulder. A sheen of sweat coats his skin all the way down to his low-slung jeans. But all I can focus on is the unconcerned look in his emerald eyes. You just say it. I don't know. If you love him, tell him. He trails down into the cellar of his mother's basement, and I follow after him. I don't think about how we found Aggie here or how I murdered my boyfriend just yards away. More important things are happening now. I can't just say it, I hiss. That's terrifying. A warm glow of the lantern crawls over the small room. Dust lines every inch of the space. A few trinkets, an old bed frame, and a wooden toolbox fill most of the tiny space. Say it right now. He drops the wood with a clattering sound as he turns to me, giving me his full attention. It's so intimidating that I don't immediately know what to say. What? Say the L word now and it'll get easier. His hands press to his hips, letting the golden light cling to the veering lines of his abdomen. Outside, just a few feet away, the sound of a spying sparrow and a minnow quail chirping and squeaking happily can be heard over the sound of my pounding heart. Kane fed them this morning, and their pleased noises are a constant flow of ecstatic chatter. I can't even focus on the little creatures Prince Lyndon loaned me right now as I look at Kane. He wants me to say I love him? Tension snaps through the room as I realize how little space separates him from me. My arms fold and his gaze trails over the thin yellow dress that hugs my curves. If he took a single step closer, he'd be touching me. Okay. I clear my throat in a quiet noise that seems to echo into the pressing silence. Kane? My lips part like I've forgotten my line. Yes, Arlo. Amusement tugs at his lips, but he smothers the smile away with a signature look of seriousness. I love you. My voice grows small with each little word I say. Lovek? He nods as if he understands completely. It's a complex word to pronounce. I understand. Maybe keep practicing. I'm sure that foreign accent will clear up after a while. Fuck. My hands cover my face. A sigh slips away, and I can't believe I'm such a screw-up that I can't even tell Chaos, the sweetest man I've ever met, how I feel. Can I even blame it on Credence anymore? Sure, he toyed with my young, confusing emotions. But I'm a woman now. I should be able to do basic woman shit. Shouldn't I? Warm fingertips slip across my arm. Kane pulls my hands away from my face. His warmth clashes with the cool autumn air, and all I want to do is lean in as close as possible to the dirt that's lining his skin. Don't put so much expectation into it. You're thinking too much about it. When you want to say it, your emotions won't stop your big mouth from getting in the way. A gleam shines in his eyes, kissing his expression with humor. You're such a charmer. I pretend to be annoyed by his teasing words, but my fingers still inch across the slick lines of his lower stomach. The warmth of his breath skims against my cheek as we stare at one another. My attention drifts to his lips, and I realize I told him I love you, and we haven't even had sex. It was just a practice. I love you. But it's an improvement, I'd say. I'm improving, I think. My mom was looking for you. His simple words pull away all the tingling emotions in me. Oh, Kane's mom. She hates me. Chaos's sweet mother Helen pulled me in and acted like she'd never let her sweet boy's mate go. She's a loving woman full of optimistic happiness. A woman who makes me understand just where Chaos gets it from. And Kane's mom is just like Kane. Except worse, because she's not easily won over by my beaming charisma like her son. She likes you. She's just cautious. He searches my features, and I do my best to nod to him. I know, it's fine. Tension fills the pause that passes between us. We've been here a week, and Kane hasn't so much as kissed me since we arrived. I'm terrified it's because his mother doesn't think I'm enough. If she doesn't think I'm enough, will Kane? It's hard. It's hard trying to fit here when I've spent so many years not fitting anywhere. I didn't fit in at home. I didn't fit in the kingdom of Minden. And now I'm here, in a simple shifter village called Valencia. For the first time in my life, I care if I fit in this place. I want to fit here with them so bad it hurts. And I will. I'll make her like me. My chin tips up and lines crease his pretty eyes. Oh, really? His head tilts as he stares down at me. Yeah, by the end of the week, she'll love me. His lips part with a smirk as his body melts against mine. The pressure of his palms pressing low down my back have dirty, smutty positions rapid-firing through my mind. I think there's enough room against that wall, but it looks a little damp and water-damaged. The woodworking table to the left is spacious enough, but I'd hate to find a surprise nail somewhere. The small stairs leading into the cellar seem uncomfortable, but desperate times call for desperate measures. His breath is hot against my ear as his mouth skims against it. She'll love you. Just give her time. Every inch of his body aligns with mine in a hard and sexy hug. Buzzing attraction strums through me. Every part of me feels like it was made to fit with every part of him. And then he steps away. I have to finish this. But she's in the kitchen. He turns away from me fully. Wood clatters against one another while he pulls out the pieces he needs. Cold morning air meets my skin, making the fine hair stand on end as I try to figure him out. Maybe I never will. 3. Questions with a side of breakfast. The two-bedroom house is the perfect image of a warm and welcoming home. A crisp white cloth lines the kitchen table. Little pink hand-sewn flowers bloom out from the center of it. Natural sunlight falls in through the big windows and makes the breakfast laid across the table look picturesque. Sinister lays a plate down and then lines the edges with appropriate silverware. He does it just right. He knows which fork goes where, and it's bizarre in a way. At the next chair, he does the same. His long fingers skim against the shining fork until it's perfectly in line. He meets my stare with a knowing smirk. He looks so damn out of place. But he excels at this simple task without even thinking about it. Why is he always so good at everything? His dark clothes brush against the frilly material of the tablecloth, and faint smoke fumes from where he stands. The image of hell is standing right here in this woman's kitchen, setting the table. You're picturing us in our future little white picket fence middle-class family right now, eh? I'll come home from that job I hate, and you and the kids and possibly 3 overly brooding dragon shifters will be waiting with affectionate smiles. That's the dream, is it not? His palm smooths down the front of his black button-up shirt as I roll my eyes at him. The only thing appealing about that weird little prediction is the rasping accent he said it in. Or maybe I'll come home from the job I hate and you'll be waiting for me. My brow arches defiantly to my friend, and it only makes him smile even more.
I already told you. I'd wait for you. For a job, for a future. For the rest of our lives.
His palms lift as he smiles a wide and daunting smile. Even though I know he's entirely serious right now, that smile doesn't hide the honesty of his words that swirl through my chest. Sinister. You don't have to do that every morning. Mila presses her palm to the demon's back, and the two beam sweetly at one another. I was going to ask Arlo to help, but it looks like you beat her to it. Her smile falters just slightly when she turns her attention to me. Long red hair brushes against her smooth porcelain complexion. A pink shade constantly warms her high cheekbones and makes her look even more gentle. This kind woman, who welcomes a demon right into her home, offers him a place to sleep on her couch from time to time, and laughs and enjoys his company, she hates me. It's difficult to swallow that down. There are no snide remarks or hateful glares. It's just in the little things that would be so easy for me to ignore if they didn't feel so monumental for me and Kane. Sorry, I was down at the lake this morning. Those boys are going to freeze their tails off in that water. The shine of her red hair gleams as she shakes her head. I said the same thing. An awkward smile pushes against my lips. It's there, but it's hard to reach. Smiling shouldn't be this hard, should it? Are you eating here this morning, dear? Or next door with Helen and the boys again? Helen loves me. It'd be so easy to sneak away from this tension-filled room and spend the morning with Helen. My determination won't allow that, though. I'd love to join you if you have enough. She has enough. Kane makes sure his mother has more than enough. He takes care of her and helps her and makes me want to do the same. I want to feel needed here. I want to be here, but more than that, I want them to want me to be here. It's a stupid, childish feeling that I can't seem to shake no matter how much I hate it. Of course. I didn't expect you to say yes, so I'll have to get another plate. At the sound of her happy words, my chest tightens, but I don't know why. I can win her over. I can. I just don't know how. Sinister rolls his wrist and a white plate appears in his hand. Mila's perfect teeth show fully when she smiles an excited look at her favorite fucking demon and his pompous magic. The show-off. Thank you, Sinister. She takes it from him and sets it down at the last empty chair. My stomach knots just thinking about what the four of us will talk about. The door clicks closed and Kane lingers there for a moment. In the bright lighting, it's easier to see the dust and dirt lining his pale skin. He doesn't take a step farther into his mother's perfectly clean house.
Aloex asked if Chaos Rhyme and I could try to fix his hunting bow before his classes this morning. I'll be back, but just start without me.
No! The desperate word echoes on, dragging out until it's all I hear in my head, even as I smile at him. Does it really take 4 dragon shifters to fix one bow? Really? I fidget just slightly where I stand, contemplating latching onto his leg and letting him walk me out of here like a clump of mud clinging to the side of his boot. Have fun, I say instead. Picture perfect girlfriend smile in place. Goddess, I hate myself right now. Kane pauses at the sound of my croaking voice. He looks from me to Mila and then back again. Carefully, he walks across the glossy wooden floor. His fingers tangle with mine just before his lips brush over my mouth. It's a surprising feeling of quick intimacy. It's something I haven't felt from him in so long I meld against his hard chest in an instant. You'll do fine, he whispers for only me to hear. There's something about the way he kissed me, something sweet and earnest. I almost believe him. I'm still standing and watching the door close after him when the sound of chairs dragging across the floor pulls at my attention. Slowly, I lower myself into the chair closest to the entrance. The room, much like the rest of the house, is petite. The kitchen spans the far wall and leads right into the warm living room, where a few chairs and a couch face a small fireplace. On the table in front of the furniture, a little fishbowl with my favorite tumid fish inside sits at the center there. A dark hall leads down to 2 bedrooms and a small bathroom. It's quaint. And I haven't really been able to linger here that much over the last few days. Mila was quiet at first, watchful and observing of my relationship with her son and his friends as well as my own friend. Sinister fit right in with her from the very start. But I never did. Not yet. "Where did you say your parents are from, Arlo?" She passes Sinister the pan of scrambled eggs and he passes it right on over to me, letting his plate remain clean. It's sweet of him to go through the motions of mortal life. I asked him to eat for me once when we first met. Just once. He shrugged like it was an odd request. The mint leaf he placed on his tongue singed and burnt to a crisp on impact. For a long time, I wondered if that would happen to me if we kissed. I remember the tingling sting of his tongue sliding against mine. But it never hurt. Sometimes that's all I can think about. "Wharf, just a few days' hike from here." I take a small spoonful of the eggs and a little bowl of cheese is passed to me as well. "Is it nice there?" My brows raise as I realize she's never been there. Kane and the other 2 shifters like to travel, but Mila hasn't been to the neighboring city. "Yeah, it's really pretty. It's a nice and calming place, I guess. If you're not a mage in hiding, it's great." "Do you miss it?" Her questions come easily but continuously as she takes small bites of her food in between each one. "I miss the ocean." I pause as memories of my childhood, of my mother and father swirl through my mind. I miss my parents. I don't miss that mob of questioning villagers that always shadowed over my existence. The smallest amount of a silence passes before she slices through it with another question. A pointed question. "Will you go back?" Will I go back? Am I just a phase? Is my attraction to Kane just a fleeting moment before I leave? Eventually. In a few weeks, maybe. I want to see everything first. I want to see where Kane grew up. I blink at her with honesty tinging my tone. Seconds pass while we stare at one another, trying to understand each other. "The eggs smell really good. They taste good, yeah?" Sinister's question, which I know he cares nothing about, breaks the testing quiet. He buried his brother 3 days ago, but you'd never guess it. Maybe he's good at masking his sadness, or maybe he doesn't feel any at all for Credence. His sweet words put a smile right on Mila's face. "They are good. Thank you, Sinister." The easy compliment is just enough to soften the tension. The rapid questions turn into small talk about the cold weather, the neighborhood, and the Autumn Fire Festival. When I was a girl, it was just the Autumn Festival, a formal occasion with food and drinks and dancing. The smile on her face lines her cheeks with happiness that puts me at ease. But then the more male shifters that outnumbered the females turned it into a man's event. Goddess knows you can't have a nice party without fire. The way she rolls her eyes at the end has us both laughing until my stomach hurts. Sinister's gaze trails my features, and his lips tilt just slightly at the corner. To be honest, I don't think he's listening at all anymore. But the way he's smiling at me makes me wonder what he's thinking. A gust of cold air pulls at my hair and big hands push down the sides of my arms a moment later. Is that mocking laughter? Kane looks from me to his mother, and a sigh of shaking amusement still lingers between us. Definitely mocking laughter. Chaos takes the seat between myself and Mila and starts to fill Kane's plate with several layers of eggs. Rhyme leans near the window. Sunlight highlights his body, shadowing the edge of his sharp features as he looks from Kane's mother to me, while Kane looks down at me with the most genuine smile. His fingers stroke back and forth slowly against my skin. There's a pull between us just from his closeness. I've missed his closeness over the past few days. I'm going to go wash off. The line of black soot that's drawn across his face almost touches his lower lip, and I stare up at that line as he speaks. His fingers slip away from me, and when his footsteps drift away, I finally look up to find his mother watching me. Her gaze searches my features closely. That simple connection we shared just a moment ago is gone, replaced with uncertain scrutiny. I'm going to go for a walk. I breathe out a smile, and still, she just observes me. Breakfast was really good. I stand slowly with all eyes on me. I'm happy you joined us. Us. Her and her BFF Sinister. I look to the demon who's already clearing away my dirty plate. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Should I be clearing away plates? I try to think back to when my mother served dinner, but there were never any guests, just myself and my father. No one to impress. With Agatha, I just cooked for her and cleaned up after the two of us because it felt like the normal thing to do. Now that I think of it, I've never really been in this sort of position at all. What am I supposed to do in this type of setting? I'm quickly realizing normal life is not for me. Not at all. I like to cook. I blurt the statement out like a life raft looking for survivors in a heap of wreckage. A smile tenses against her lips. Could I help you with dinner tonight? Of course. I'd love to make something elaborate for everyone if you'd want to help. A small nod jars through me as my smile widens. I'm making progress. This is progress. I said the right thing. For once. Fuck, why is the right thing so damn hard for me? 4. They're past. Houses of all shapes line the wide dirt road. Plenty of space separates between them, and Helen even has a large community herb garden that can be spotted just behind her home. Boys run and play, zipping between the homes and jumping over steps to chase one another. A few of them have inky hair and bright eyes, and I just know they're related to Chaos. He has so much family here. But there really is an imbalance in the ratio of men to women. No wonder Chaos jumped on the sharing train like it was an everyday occurrence. The women here must have dozens of husbands to fill every one of their needs. The lucky bitches. A few yards away, beneath the dry, drifting limbs of a weeping willow, sits Agatha. A thick gray shawl lies over her small shoulders as her hands wave wildly in a sort of spastic dance. I take a few steps closer to her to find her shaking her favorite skull to the tune of unheard music. Aggie, are you all right? Oh, it's just you. Her shoulders relax and she halts the wild waving of her arms immediately. Wide eyes look blindly up at me as if she might really see my features. What are you doing? My arms fold across my chest, and I wish I'd had the brains to bring a wool shawl out myself. The people here, they're too nice. I can't find a moment of silence to myself without someone trying to offer me tea or those damn walnut figs. No one wants a walnut fig. No one. My lips raise with a small smile. So why are you dancing like that? No one fucks with the local crazy woman. They leave me in peace to ward off the lingering spirits. My brows tense. Do you know how to ward off lingering spirits, Aggie? Not a fucking clue. I used to specialize in sightseeing, the paths of our future. The future is easy to see. The afterlife, not so much. But I'm blind, and I'm a mage. They assume I'm getting the job done, therefore I am. I nod at that. She does look like she's doing it right, I guess. The harping girl across the street keeps asking if I need scents of cotton and orchard to assist me in my warding.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?